Well, guys, we're on a 5-game winning streak right now, looking to extend it to 6 as we start a 3-game homestand, first against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, thankfully, this one isn't a divisional one, as next week is against the Chiefs, but we still have a really tall order here because Dallas is 6-4 already this season and an 85 overall, and needless to say, their top threat is CeeDee Lamb, and the fact that we do have a pretty young secondary means that we could have some troubles, and if Dak Prescott is still at the helm for them, yeah, we could definitely have a little bit of trouble, but at the same time, our team has actually been playing extremely well. That just shows right here because we're going to be discussing the play of our O-line because, again, they've really been holding it down. I mean, those 2 games that we didn't have a quarterback, Mayberry just ran all over the teams and allowed us to win both those games. And even last game as well, being able to protect Frank has been really, really nice. So thankfully, they get an opportunity here to get a lot of XP depending on how many rushing yards we end up having as a team. So I think we're going to be leaning on the running game yet again like we always do, but at the same time, we're not going to really lean on it as heavily as we did a couple weeks ago because, again, we do have Frank back and we're definitely going to need to be passing in some scenarios, but for the most part, we're going to be leaning on Mayberry and Sweat. And that will be good because that'll mean that Dak will have less time with the ball in his hands because he is having a phenomenal season this season already. 2,500 yards, 22 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. We're going to have some trouble today, I think. But hopefully our secondary can put it together. They had a really great game in the last game, so hopefully they can do the same thing to Dak, what they did to Patrick Mahomes. Now, in terms of the running attack, they do have Tony Pollard as their lead back, 141 carries this season at 622 yards, averaging 4.4 and has 5 touchdowns. They also have Thomas Perryman, who is their rookie running back, who does have 184 and 2 touchdowns as well. Doesn't get it as much, but we will have to look out for him if he does end up seeing the field. And obviously, Dak does get out on a couple of scrambles himself, so gonna have to look out for that. But of course, CeeDee Lamb is the one that we're gonna have to worry about the most here. And man, he's having a great season too. 703, 8 touchdowns on 50 receptions. Of course, we have to worry about Calvin Thomas, who is one of their rookies as well. And my goodness, man, 503 and 7 touchdowns. Yeah, really great rookie season for him. Other than that, we do have to worry about Michael Gallup as well as Jake Ferguson and even Pollard out of the backfield as well. They have a couple other guys that will see the ball too, but for the most part, these are the guys that we're going to have to worry about. But as good as their offense is, I think this defense is going to be a problem too, man, because look at how much pressure they end up getting. I mean, lots of guys with TFLs as well as sacks, obviously led by Emmanuel Ogbah, who's just an absolutely phenomenal ball player too. So, again, 8 TFLs, 8 sacks already on the season. We're going to have to watch out and make sure that our offensive line holds our blocks. And in terms of interceptions, they already have 7 this season. Of course, Bland and Diggs are the 2 that we're going to have to worry about. So again, we're going to be leaning on our rushing attack, and you guys can definitely see why. But again, even though we're going to be running, we need to watch out and hold our blocks. And since Dak has been having a really great year this year, 22 touchdowns to 2 interceptions, yeah, we're going to be defending the deep pass. We don't need CeeDee Lamb to get behind our defense, so yeah, we're definitely going to be looking at defending that. And in terms of our offense, as usual, we're going to be run to the outside, and if we have to change it up at halftime, so be it. But thankfully, if we are going to take on Dallas this year, we are going to be playing them at home. That's a really good thing for us. That means that they're not going to get as much momentum as they might typically get at home, but either way, it's still going to be a bit of a challenge. We are 6 overall higher. I don't know how we got up to a 91, but I'm still happy about that. But that's not going to mean anything when I'm the one who's playing it. Either way, Dallas is going to be a big challenge, but hopefully we can come out of here with our 6th win in a row. At least we get to kick off, and let's see how scary this offense actually is. First play of the game, let's get in there. Yikes. Oh, he dropped it. Let's go. I don't know if that was a good play by our secondary or he just like flat out dropped it, but we'll take it. I'm not going to say no to that. It's a good way to start. Only 2 seconds off the clock too. Man, they're just going for a bunch of short passes. There we go. 3rd and 3 now though. We got a chance to get them off the field really quickly with a 3 and out, but 3rd and short. They're going to pass it. Not a short pass this time, but overthrows them. Let's go. I thought one of our guys was going to get there, but he was standing in the way. Let that ball hit the turf and let's get the ball. So let's start this game on the ground per usual. Let's go with our gameplay. Nice play by Mayberry there. He shouldn't have run into that guy. That's on me, but good 6 yards. If he would have just hit that hole a little bit better. He just kind of got tripped up there. Either way, though, let's run back to the outside right here. Let's see if we can pick up the first down, which we should. He's got the speed. He'll get out there. He didn't get much more than the first down on that one, but still, first down nonetheless. Let's keep going outside. Oh, he got the seal on this one. We're looking good. Get back. Looking good there. And he's got 36 now on the game. We're past midfield. So let's get Sweat worked in here. Let's get another run here. Oh, let's bring it back a little bit. That was a big mistake. We saw a lot of guys to the right, but yeah, cutting it back was not the way to go. So 2nd and 9, not quite in field goal range yet, but let's see who we can hit here. Of course, it's going to be Gabriel on the out. Doesn't quite get to the first down marker, but it's 3rd and 1. We'll pick this up on the ground. Let's rush it up the middle here. Let's get that first down. Really great block right there, and he got more than one. It's nice that we're marching the ball downfield, and I'm happy that we're actually in field goal range now. So let's go. Great blocks right there. Mayberry finds a hole, pushes a guy off him, and ends up getting up to 9. I'm sorry. What I meant to say was he ended up getting up for 9 yards up to the 18-yard line. Let's just run up the middle here. Let's just pick up that first down. That's all we really need. Oh, man, he just almost got his head taken off, but still picked up the first. Let's keep working a fresh set of downs. We get it back to Sweat. Finds a nice little hole. Breaks off a little tackle there and ends up picking up 4. Coming up to 2 minutes in the first. We're going to run it right back up the middle again. Oh, we pick up... Oh, not quite. I didn't see him going for the tackle there, and that is now going to be a 3rd and 1. So I don't know why I'm relying on the fullback for this one. Mayberry is in the zone. It's probably dumb, but let's work him in here. Why not? Get the big boy some carries. Look at that! Breaks the tackle, gets down to the 1-yard line. All right, I'm glad I gave him the ball. We're going to go to the air, though. Let's hit Gabriel in the out right here. Oh, my gosh, that was... Yeah, see, I told you that was a big mistake. Ends up getting in there for the sack, and everything that Dyson just picked up there just got erased. Last play of the first. Let's run it back to the outside. We need to pick up a lot of these yards back. Way to go, Mayberry. Gets back up to the 4. Now we got a 3rd and goal to start this 2nd quarter. But after 0-0, their offense did nothing. They should have had more, but Dak was a little inaccurate, but we've been really controlling the clock here. And like I said before the game, the less time that Dak has the ball in his hand, the better for us. Let's see if we can score here on 3rd. We got Gabriel on the out, but he can't quite catch it. Hits off his hands. And unfortunately, I think we might have to settle for the field goal. And it is a shame that we got it down to the 1-yard line and did not pick it up. And unfortunately, that means that we're only going to go up 3-0, and I think that might be a problem a little later on. I mean, to be fair to Gabriel, that was a little out of his range. He had to dive for it, but again, man, hit him in the hands. I was hoping he was going to make a spectacular catch. But if he didn't make that spectacular catch just so our defense could do spectacular things, I'll take it, because again, that is going to be our biggest worry. What a hit, and Pollard goes down for 1. That was just a beautiful hit right there. Love to see that. And they're going to go back to the running game, and that is a big mistake. Pollard goes down for a loss of 5. That is huge. All right, now, despite the fact that we just sacked them and it is 3rd and 14, we have not been good on 3rd and long situations. So let's see. See what I mean? Not good on 3rd and long situations. So I wish we could have that one back. That definitely sucks a little bit of the energy out of the stadium. They're going to go back with the running game? That they are. Oh my gosh. He just juked the out of me. Holy shit. Alright, I've been wanting to see if I can actually jar the ball loose, but that's what happens. Ooh, there we go. Take him down. Only a gain of 2. If we can get back into the backfield, that would be great, especially considering the fact that they have a no-back set here, which means we know they are passing. And unfortunately, we still couldn't stop him. CeeDee Lamb catches it down to the 20, but still just inches away from the first. So 3rd and inches now. Are they going to run it for the first? Or are they going to try to pass? They are going into the air, and yes, they are going to pick that up, but the ball comes out. Oh, there we go. I think he definitely let go of that. Jalen Carter ends up picking up the ball, and I think that might be our ball now. I honestly still can't believe that hit. That was fantastic. Let's keep going to the ground now. There we go. Mayberry gets it up there, up to the 10, but hey, we need to kind of get it away from the goal line. Again, we want to make sure that they do not get the ball very often this game. And unfortunately, the fact that it's 3rd and 4 now leads me to believe that they may get the ball back sooner than we want them to. It's not really so much that I don't trust Forbes here. It's I don't trust myself. 3rd and 4. And yeah, can you tell why I don't trust myself? That was a really bad pass. I don't know why I threw into double coverage. Now that drive definitely stopped a lot sooner than I wanted it to. Oh, but there we go. What a breakup by Houston. Dude, he just laid a nice hit on him right there. Yeah, he is going to be a damn good player for plenty of years to come. Ooh, but they do run it. but we end up stopping him. Thompson only gets 2. But now comes our kryptonite. 3rd and long. Yeah, that's going to be... Yeah, that's a problem right there. Shouldn't have said anything good about Houston, and unfortunately, Jalen Carter goes down with an injury. The one who actually produced the turnover, and he's going to be gone for the rest of the game. Hopefully that is not going to be a long-term thing, though. That's all right. We can still do well without him. It's just going to be a little bit tougher. Oh, my goodness. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. Good tackle right there. At least Houston brings him down, but that is a big gain by Thompson. And Jalen is out with broken ribs. Yet again. That's going to be a big loss for a handful of weeks. But hopefully our team can find a way to make up for it. But allowing them to get to the goal line is not a good way to do that. Let's find a way to stop him right here. And it's going to be a short pass. And unfortunately he catches that. And at least it's not going to Lamb, but Quincy Bullock ends up picking up that score, and now we're going to be down 7-3. But thankfully, we do have 2 minutes and 3 timeouts to be able to get downfield and score. And then we do get the ball back at half. So that's really nice, too. There we go. Get the ball out. Get a couple good blocks. He tripped on him. That's rough. So let's go. 2nd and 1 here. Let's get out there. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Okay, good. That at least stops the clock. So we're going to end up going for the draw here. 3rd and 1. We just want to be able to pick up the first down. And we definitely do. And a little bit more. Let's get it back to Mayberry here. Coming down to about a minute left. And again, we do have all 3 timeouts, so that'll be pretty helpful. We work out of bounds anyways. 2nd and 2, though. All 3 timeouts still intact. Let's see if we can hit Gabriel on the out. We cannot. That is a very errant throw. 3rd and 2, I know we probably shouldn't run here, especially as we're about at midfield, but at least we can call a timeout right after this, after we pick up this first down. And a little bit more. Great block over there. Oh my gosh. We don't even have to worry about calling a timeout. We get into the end zone, baby. And now we're going to be up 10-7 going into the half where we get the ball back to start the second half. Let's go. Mayberry just breaks off a tackle. Great block over there by Gabriel. And boy, we get into the end zone, and now we got that lead again. But now that also means that the defense has to hold them for these last 45 seconds too. So 47 seconds. That's all we have to do is just hold them for that long. And there we go. 2nd and 5, they're calling the timeout. So 2nd and 5, obviously they're going to be passing here. We just got to keep them out of field goal range. Although it is a little tough. Nice right there, and now they're not going to call. They do? Gotta love the AI in this game. Honestly, I'm hoping that college football fix it for, what will probably be the main football game that people are going to be playing out here. Let's go, 2nd and 4. Although they are working it closer to field goal range. They're probably about 20 yards out. So no deep passes. Man, they are just holding our line. Oh, and they're going to have to rush to the line. They might only get 2 more plays off here. Get down to 10 seconds. Don't let them get in there. Yeah, they have to throw it out. 6 seconds left now. Okay, well, we're going to go back. This is going to be a long field goal. What is this, 66? Okay, good. I was going to say, that is a long distance. What the hell? How short was it? Oh, yeah. It was about good 2 or 3 yards short. And hell, we got 2 seconds for a Hail Mary. Why not, right? Let's see what Frank can do. Oh, that's looking good. Someone get over there. I didn't think so. It's okay, though. We're up by 3 points. We're going into the half here. We're going to get the ball back. And things are actually looking good. We only had like 1 bad drive offensively. Our defense is putting it together, despite the fact that Jalen Carter's out now. He's the one who forced that fumble. But either way, man, we're actually looking pretty decent. 10-7. I think we're going to stick with the same focus, to be honest with you. Running the outside's working. 103 yards when we run to the outside. 14.7 per carry. Yeah, I think that's going to continue to be our main focus there. And even though they are really kind of killing us with that short pass, I mean, that's been their best thing. Obviously, medium pass hasn't been bad either, but we need to continue to do this because if we keep letting them get some deep passes, yeah, this game could get out of hand quickly in the second half. But we get the chance to actually return it. I think for the first time today, let's see if we can get a pretty decent return. Not bad from Sims, and we get up to the 33. That's a really good way to start the half right there. And of course, it happened on special teams. So let's go. Let's keep running to the outside now. We are not going to get a ton, but Mayberry breaks off of that. And he did get the first down. I thought that was only going to be a gain of like 2 or 3. But that's what I get for really underestimating him. He's really proven me wrong this entire series, honestly. Oh, and he ends up losing 2 there. Yeah, he needs a little break anyway, so let's get it back to Sweat. Let's see if Sweat can actually pick up a good chunk right here, too. They know we're running, though, so yeah, that's going to be a little tough now. Now we have a 3rd and 14. So 3rd and pretty damn long here. Let's see if we can pick this up right here. Foot. Oh, he cannot, unfortunately, secure it, and we're going to have to punt it to start the half. Let's have the defense start off right here. 6 minutes left, 1st and 10. They're going to go for the run. Unfortunately, juked out the linebacker, and Perryman gets a good gain of 5, pardon me. Oh, CD's playing in the slot. That's going to be tough. 2nd and 5 here. Let's get into the backfield. That is tough. Wow. Wow, and I can't even blame our secondary on that one. That's just the running back coming out of the backfield. That's our linebackers. That's all right. It's just a shaky start. That's all. We're going to be fine here. Although getting some pressure would be pretty damn nice. I mean, despite the fact that Dak hasn't necessarily been pinpoint this game, he's still 14 for 18, which is a little rough for us. But those little short, dinky-ass passes have really been his bread and butter. Oh, come on now. That's all right, though. It pushed it to a 3rd and 3. We haven't taken many risks on defense this game, so let's end up blitzing 5. Let's send everyone back into his zone. And unfortunately, that does not work. Can we get him down? Someone get the ball out at least. That unfortunately does give them a 1st down yet again at midfield. And they are going to be, obviously, passing here. Yeah, but there we go. It ends up being for a loss. Let's go. Way to go, Tuck. I mean, honestly, I would like to see him get the ball before he celebrates like that, but that's okay. You know what? He'll take that TFL all day. Oh, speaking of TFLs, I thought he was going to be able to get the sack, but he got it out. We dove a little bit too early. So we can't let them keep getting 3rd and longs here. 3rd and 11. Come on, guys. We're getting some pretty decent pressure, but thankfully that is going to be dropped off short. That's going to be a 4th and 9, and not necessarily a great punt for them. Puts us at the 27. That was only about a 24-yard punt, something like that. So, let's go back to work. Let's go, offense. There we go. Finds a hole. Mayberry breaks off another tackle and ends up picking up the 1st down. We're getting back on track now. Now, if only we can make sure that they don't get the ball for the rest of the game. Don't think that's going to happen, but, hey, we can always try. We can always try. No shame in trying. Only picks up 2 on that, though, and almost at 150 for the game. Although it would be really nice to extend our lead here. So let's run back to the outside. That seems to be working quite a bit. Great block right there by Dyson. And we go down to the 37-yard line. And at the very least, we're going to be in field goal range. Although a field goal wouldn't really push it beyond, a 1-score game. They would just have to get the touchdown. Either way, though, let's try to get into the end zone here, though. That would be best case scenario, and unfortunately, that play does not work again. Sweaty just getting stopped short again, but either way, last play of the 3rd quarter. Let's run back to the outside here, get some really good blocks. Mayberry ends up getting down to the 21-yard line, and that is going to be a great way to end the 3rd quarter. And as we get into the 4th here, we're still up 10-7. We're still kind of in charge here. We just need to make sure we get into the end zone and make this a 2-possession game. So 21 yards to the end zone. Let's get out there for another big run. Can't break that tackle, but that's all right. Big gain of 3 right there, and the clock keeps running. All right, well, we're knocking on the door. 17-yard line, 2nd and 7. Let's get up there and let's just gain enough yards to at least make this a 3rd and manageable, which we did not do right there. Well, we should pass on 3rd and 5. I feel more confident in the run, so let's do that. Seals that off. Just get up for the 1st. It's going to be 4th and inches, and I'm honestly considering just going for it. Thought process behind this is the fact that if they do stop us, which they won't, there we go. It doesn't matter then. It doesn't matter. But again, if they did end up stopping us on that one, then at least they would be pinned back pretty far. And again, we could have gotten the field goal and be able to push it to a 6-point game, but really realistically, especially with the way that this offense is, we need to make sure that we get as many points as possible. And so to do that, we'd be able to get back into the end zone. And there we go. This is going to be a 2-score game there. Mayberry ends up working it up the middle. It's going to be a 2nd score of the game. He's just, I mean, granted, I understand. We lean on him quite a bit, but dude's an absolute f***ing monster. All right, so let's keep everything in front of us here. Again, we can't let them get any quick scores. And unfortunately, that was a really great pass right there, and that's going to bring them down to the 42. But again, as long as the clock keeps running a bit, we don't want them to get the ball back or have us have to have another great offensive series with like 5 minutes left as Micah gets in there for the sack. 2nd and 21 now. And let's go. Let's keep that clock running. And if we keep pushing them back like that too, man, we're just in a damn good spot. That doesn't happen right there, but thankfully we take them down for a 3rd and 12. They seem to be taking their time here, though, honestly, and that's a little surprising. 4:20 left. Let's get in the backfield. Oh, that you should have just ran it. You had a wide open lane, buddy. You had the first down, and this is me talking here. So let's get back there. 4th and 12. They're going to have to go for it right here. Play action. Didn't really fool anyone, but come on, guys. There we go. Get to him. Get to him. Get to him. What was that? But there we go. We knock it out, but what's that flag going to be? No one hit him. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I swear to God, I did not come anywhere near that. And I was not even manning him. There's no way. Right there I am just trying to play coverage. And unfortunately, the computer decides to come in. Let's see how bad this hit actually was. And unfortunately, the computer blunder right there ends up giving them the ball at the 44-yard line, which should have been a turnover. And there we go. Well, they give them the second chance. And unfortunately, they're going to be playing some hurry-up now. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Don't let them get out of bounds. Take CeeDee Lamb down. Let's go. He stays in for a 6-yard gain. So let's keep getting back into the backfield here. A little bit of run up there for the no huddle. Come on now. There we go. Way to take him down. But Calvin Thomas goes down with an injury. I thought he was going to be a little short, but it's okay. And he is going to be just on the sideline for a little bit. Let's go. They have it 1st and 10 now. 3 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Ooh, another short pass. But there we go. We take him down inbounds yet again. And man, this hurry up is tiring me out. But there we go. Now we got it under 3 minutes. He is going to probably run out of bounds for that one. But they got 3rd and short now. Thankfully, again, it is past the 3-minute mark. Hopefully our offense can really control the ball. But they do have all 3 timeouts. So let's see what we can do to get in here and stop them. Or at least waste a little bit more time. Where you take CD down to the 4-yard line. So let's get in there now. 1st and goal. Oh, that's going to be a score. Yeah, that's really, really unfortunate. Not great coverage out there, and Samuels gets in, but only 2.5 minutes left. And I think we should be able to hold this one. So not only do they have all 3 timeouts and about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, they also have the 2-minute warning as well. So, let's be good here. Let's be smart. We end up getting a first down to start. And let's wind that down to the 2-minute. So let's just focus on running the clock out. Let's run up the middle right here. Let's end up picking up a couple of yards. We end up picking up 2 when they call their first time out. This is going to be tough. I know that they're expecting the run. So, yeah, you can tell right there he gets into the backfield. It's going to be 3rd and 11 now. So question is, are they going to be expecting the screen pass? They are not. Let's get it out to Mayberry. That's going to be a first down. Dive. There we go. Just go down, buddy. I don't know why we decided to dive. I should have just kept running, honestly. But it's okay, though. Let's go. Let's keep running one more time. Let's stay in bounds. Let's get one more first down, and I think that's going to seal the game now. And as we take our final knee, all I can say is, man, I'm just happy we got out of here with a win. Again, this team looked extremely dangerous, and they definitely were. It's just the fact that we really maintained control of the ball for the most part throughout most of that game. I'm glad that we leaned on our rushing attack because, again, that's really what kind of saved us there. Forbes was actually pretty efficient for when he actually did throw, but again, next game against Kansas City, we might actually throw a bit more. It's just the fact that, again, Dallas was a really tough competitor, and we wanted to make sure that we came out on top. And the fact that we limited them to only 14 points, despite the fact that Dak was, pretty good too. 76% completion, 213 and 2 touchdowns. I'm just really happy that, again, we just came out with the victory there. Again, Dak, 26 for 34, 213, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Frank, 4 for 10. She had a couple more. A couple of guys dropped them. A couple of them hit off their hands, all that kind of stuff. But either way, 42 yards. I think all of those pretty much went over to Mayberry, though. Either way, Mayberry, again, 27 rushes, though. 231. Average 8.5. 2 touchdowns as well. Sweat 4 for 4. Forbes 3 for -3, but again, those were really all just him kneeling the ball. Dyson had 1 for 7. He looked really, really sharp out there. For them, though, they had Thomas Perryman 1 for 5. Thompson Jr. only had 2 for 22. Pollard had 3 for 15. They really did not go with their rushing attack at all. And it makes sense. They were down pretty early, and really, realistically, their short passes were working. Ferguson did get 6 for 79. He was their leading receiver. Perryman 5 for 31 as well. Bullock had the 1 touchdown, 4 for 29. CeeDee Lamb held to only 3 catches for 21. Gallup 3 for 24. Mayberry had 3 for 34. He had 1 drop, though, unfortunately. And that's a little rough, but what can you do? Braden Samuels for them, 9 yards, 1 touchdown. Calvin Thomas, 2 for 18. Pollard, 1 for 2. And Gabriel got out there, 1 for 8, but again, he did have that 1 drop as well, and that was a little rough. Our defense, though, man, Houston had 10 tackles, man. He was, again, an absolute beast today. We did have 4 TFLs, 1 from Parsons, Tuck, Carter, and also Myles Garrett. We had 1 sack from Parsons. No interceptions, unfortunately, but we did have that 1 forced fumble and recovery from Jalen Carter, who is going to be out for a little bit with the broken ribs. It's going to be rough. Hopefully it's not going to be extremely long-term, but I'm afraid it might be. So unfortunately, we are going to be missing Jalen for the next 4 weeks. I know it says 5, but that's including this week, unfortunately. But the next 4 weeks, he's going to be out. Thankfully, we are going to get him back, obviously, for the end of the season and for the playoffs. Hopefully we end up making it there. I mean, we are, 8-2 now? So I think we're going to have a good chance at it. I mean, we are a game and a half up right now. It depends on what the Raiders do. We're at the very least going to be up a full game. So I think we have a really good chance of making the playoffs. But again, only time will tell. We could drop the next, handful of games. But either way, we're going to hope that that's not the case. But again, we do have 2 home games coming up. One against the Chiefs, one against the Titans. But again, we do need to celebrate what we did in this game, because we did really well against Dallas. And it definitely showed in our rushing attack. I mean, we ended up having 200 and some odd yards on the ground. So thankfully, our offensive line is going to get a pretty big boost here, because they did end up holding it down there. Since we are over 200 yards, everyone got 10,000 XP. That is really huge. And even for the guys that are 90 plus overall, that's still going to be a pretty big difference. So that's going to be really, really nice. So let's advance to the week now, though. Let's get a chance to see our week preview against the Chiefs here. I know that Kelsey was out last week with a pretty big injury, but either way, that might not be the case now. We still do have to deal with Mahomes. Does look like he's over 3,000 passing yards now, 24 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions. 2 of those came to us, so hopefully we can end up increasing that total just a little bit more. And it does look like the Raiders did end up winning, so they're 7-3, the Chiefs 6-5. We are 2.5 games up on the Chiefs, and we do have the 1 win against them. Hopefully we win against them at home here again. But either way, we do need to look out for the Raiders. Looks like we do end up playing them away in Week 14. It does look like a couple of our divisional games are going to be at the end of the season, so we will look to take on the Chargers and the Raiders yet again. But either way, 1 game at a time. Week 12 is going to be against the Chiefs. Hopefully we can take them down at home. We're on a nice little streak here. This would be 7 in a row if we can end up taking them, but again, only time will tell. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to go down and drop a like. If you're new, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week against the Chiefs.